company are building a new ceramics factory that will produce 40 million square feet of tiles a year, so that instead of going all the way to China to bring those ceramic tiles, we'll produce those tiles locally. And so a lot of our dollars will remain here in Ghana. Of course, we've done the Commander Sugar Factory. And so we're going to do a feasibility study on all the Kwame Nkrumah era factories and we'll check on their viability. Those that are viable, we will partner with the private sector to bring them back on stream. And one of those that we have identified is the Aboso Glass Factory. We have received interest to revive the Aboso Glass Factory because every piece of glass we use in Ghana is imported. Our window panes, our louver blades, our bottles, beer bottles, Guinness bottles, mineral bottles, they are all imported. And yet we can manufacture some of those things here. And so factories like the Aboso Glass Factory and others are going to be looked at and would be available for revamping. We will continue disbursing small loans under the Maslock to different businesses. Like I said, we will expand the Youth Enterprise Support Program. Our major, let me take the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority first. We're going to expand the investments in the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority to achieve the following. One, construction of more irrigation facilities to irrigate up to 5,000 hectares of land in the Savannah belt. And the SADA has conducted feasibility studies, one on the Nasia Nabogo irrigation project. And under this project, 10,000 hectares of land will come under irrigation. If you take the Pualugu Basin project, another 11,000 hectares of land is available. Under the Bui Dam has a component for irrigation, which covers another 11,000 hectares of land. And then under the Sicily Kupon and Dhaka Valley irrigation projects, there's another 30,000 hectares of land that we can bring under irrigation. If all these are achieved, it will provide employment to all the young people in the Savannah zone. And apart from that, it will produce enough food to feed this country in terms of rice, maize, and all the cereals. And so we're going to work with SADA to achieve this. Already in this term of office, we have expanded. We currently have 29,000 hectares of land under irrigation. Several of the irrigation projects that were broken down and silted, we have revamped. Dawenya and so many of them. Via Tono, we've revamped them and brought those fields under irrigation again. We've cut the sod for new irrigation dams. When I went to Boku recently, I cut the sod for the Tamni irrigation dam, which is bringing almost another 2,000 hectares under irrigation. We're going to cut the sod for the Kamba irrigation dam, which is in the Upper West region, which we expect will bring more than 1,000 hectares under irrigation. And so we're taking advantage of irrigation. And I don't know about the one village, one dam concept, but you can see in the picture there, in the bottom right, that's an irrigation project. And so that drain you see is a canal that carries water into the fields. And then on top there, that's a major irrigation project. And then on the left, what you have is a barrage dam. When you have a stream coming, you build a barrier across it, and it holds the water back. That is a barrage dam. But then we also have what we mistakenly in the north call dams. These are small ponds or dugouts. Those ones, we use a bulldozer to just dig a hole in the ground. We use a bulldozer to dig a hole in the ground. It normally will be about the size of this banquet hall, or sometimes even smaller. And before, we used to drink from them when.
For you used to drink from them, or Michacho Bibia, or Basso, so Timin can't be more Bibia, me more Bibia chain, me more Bibia Joe, baby. ya wo hwe me wugina okoto okonkon ho baby biara wugina wo hwe me bia me chia obi bia ayesi ya che sometimes no wo say wo tena se Ghana na nya media enya won so dia enti wo ka ho asem kakra no gya ato wo no obi so abeka bi ye pese o man ye but se mi mewu ma o man na ye no abra ye contribute to me ne de ene e wo se to ye bo ititia break eni so aba ha se na so pese me na me meka nche se bo na program no intimi nko amanfo feed mu a menka nti opa opa tena so na hwe ne saa sese no yes 2023 no ye mpa obi a che obi o aduane a ope no nyeme na me meba be force de aduane na be hye o minim nti e ba ne aka na ebitumi aka wa opese obo ano aboa wa wo mo ansoso no enye nse enye ohaw opese utie nko a fine opese afoforo nso tie a ejina wo so ye nko ya nim minianum e church obi bia me share da na me teaser ne to so abra ye mampanyi dada John Mahama or make his certain reference a pronouncement be during the 2016 election or your president no and send me or catch a Ghana for say why ye and you may be your car so why ye any dear or shabose or bet to me a day assign ye dear my and you be na me butcher mono na the entia ma betna has ye na a ye Ghana if we are brave no a say and send me cost for Ghana honomoa a yaka ama like I koye say Ghana for edioma ho odin ko ensem jinjan mu ensem obeboa ma oman na sesane de Ghana for petumo mu refi na ye wa brante bi o a wa sori di dwumadi sonko bi a ye friend Okudzeto Ablako Samuel a oye Northtown for omo member of parliament onye parliamentarian senior man for canon or a member of parliament because to be a member of parliament no enye profession obi atimi kokoye bi the moment obeka say or a parliamentarian na jeze parliamentarianism no to say a profession it's not a profession but the profession is say or a politician or you can choose to be a president or a friend is saying the other positions. But the moment you say parliamentarian, just say a profession, and so your profession into infant to her. Some member of parliament we say, I started fight be now a yemi mobo say oh my Ghana yetimi a Jimmy sa so a yemi mobo say oh my Ghana yetimi a Jimmy just a whooping one won't near or mine per se ye na se hwe minianom one say o man no ebre bia ye ba ne ye ka o man Ghana asem a onti ase ye ba ye be ka Akufo Addo asem a onti ase enne Ghana nyina ese ye build system a ye friend digitalization ye building national data ebema enipa ba ku bia wo a single identity Okudzeto sha se oka kwabna edujamfi asem a ye friend no Reverend Kusi boateng no oka na asem no enipa dodo no aba beka se anase yinuanom NPP fo mu aban mu ene nkofo bi anka wosusu se omo ye nyansafo omo be sorry tia Okudzeto se ai pastor ne nya asantini nti na oka na asem na nko ya nwunani anka onka sa pastor no ya aka nti na Okudzeto ya nwunani nti na all fight no the substantive issue na wo ho say ade na nipa baako ye nyina ye se ye je ID card identity baako with the one serial number no onipa baako atimi age identities mienu wo Ghana okaye no de ode asem no oka fa ne ho no ne kasamafo ono amu ama me kasa nya nukure wo ye kan o da bi enye ono na nipa ne din Kusi boateng enne won say court Kusi boateng akọ court akọ court order say yen restrain yen prevent friend say Okudzeto abrakwa se obeka or the information beto abonting na court restriction document no when we saw Macho Kwabna Edu Jemfi aka Victor Kusi boateng. Now Ghana, you see, so we are wide dress only no crebe kwa and no crenoa be you to akunya edi achiri nipa. Enye mona moka say papa no Kusi wan no onrani e two names bia Okudzeto di babeto abonten say nipa no yusu two different identities. Two different identities. E nipa bako uduru edjuso a osi efre no Kwabna Edu Jemfi or travel no odu a friend say Asankari Junction or see ye friend Reverend Victor Kusi boateng. Na me nuanem Christofo a mokotena sa akwase ampanyi na ase se mo sum nyame. Enti wote na asore dem onyina no unim se ye friend Reverend Kusi boateng e na ade te na asore dem ho. But ono ankasa onam ho no ye friend is a ono se ye friend ho Kwabna Edu Jemfi and no card into young fan say Reverend Kusi boateng okokudi uyere wa sorry dem ana okoye bibi criminal act bi wo wabusuani bi so now the ne call police station say one report na ma police say Reverend Kusi boateng abomeyere waye me basi na che say Reverend Kusi boateng no oni Ghana data system ntino obefa ne ho adi who say obi okra criminal mindset and operating with two names. And no one can vividly tell me say Kusi boateng no no nickname. Okay? Afe state agencies, state departments, state authorities are and ke wosenka omo back together no omo fighting this thing no and then they have all jumped to the defense of Kwabna Edu Jemfi. Now minianum, whenever I come to sit here, I come here to preach against corruption and corrupt practices going on in my beautiful country, Ghana. Now, let's try to analyze basic things over here. We want the country to be out of corruption and what have you. The same system that we are all clamoring to see it to a certain perfect level has now been taken over by a particular person who is just destroying the process, destroying the system we want to build. Now, state agencies or a member of parliament who has taken the pain, who has taken the matter on his shoulders to make sure that the ranting we come here to do would get a feet to stand on. Now, this same person who is helping those of us who run on the social media space, that the country should be built, the system must be built, and the person who, or persons, individuals who are supposed to make sure that the systems are working, example, the member of parliament, is making sure that the system we want to see work in Ghana is working. Here is the case. Another body, another aspect, or another section, which also form part of the system we want to build, is fighting against a member of parliament who wants to see a proper system built in Ghana. And this member of parliament is receiving all manner, all kinds of aspersions, innuendos, and vilification, what have you. And we have made it to seem that Okudzeto, who is the member of parliament of Northern, is the villain. Now, the Registrar General is fighting the member of parliament. The National Identification Authority is fighting the member of parliament. So now the question is, whether you're an NPP, you're NDC, you're a CPP, or a neutral person, this system we are making noise day in, day out that we want to build. How do we build this system? How do we build a system? How do you build a system whereby people who have taken it upon themselves to build this system you are talking about are receiving vilification, what have you, all manner of insult? How? What motivation do they get from this so that the next day they can live to fight on? What sort of citizens are we? Yeah, and go for me.
And the Department of Justice, they are coordinating, they are sharing notes. Identification numbers generated by the Ghana Revenue Authority and presented by applicants as part of business registration requirements. They've passed the back. Approvals are given for the company registration where there has been compliance by applicants to all requirements stipulated under the Act. We wish to indicate that the Office of Registrar of Company, relying on the TIN, is incapable of validating same and as such cannot ascertain different identities of persons from same. That notwithstanding, the Registrar of Companies has the power to apply sanctions to any registered business entity if found to have given false information, even after the incorporation of the company and certificates have been issued. In ascertaining whether or not the two identities, Victor Kusi Boateng and Kwabena Edujemfi, with two separate things, indeed refers to the same person, an investigation into the matter must be conducted by a competent authority mandated to confirm that allegation. The findings of any such investigation would determine the line of action to be pursued by the Office of the Registrar of Companies. Please kindly note that the Office of the Registrar of Companies lacks the mandate to carry on any investigation of such nature and can only net in this matter when can only act in this matter. It's not clear, it's not legible. Can only act in this matter when furnished with the findings of an investigation. Thank you. So every institution passing the buck, not wanting to take responsibility, they don't want to apply sanctions. Is that what happens to the ordinary Joe? Look, as we speak, what is the biggest news in the United States of America? 3 major institutions are coordinating. The National Museums of the United States of America discovered that they can't find some classified documents. Sitting President Biden, former Vice President Pence, former President Trump, they have raided their homes. They are working with 2 other institutions, the FBI and the Department of Justice. They are coordinating. They are sharing notes. The National Museum drew their attention. FBI has conducted the raid. Only Wednesday, President Biden's Delaware home, sitting president, can you imagine? The FBI raided there. They spent 3.5 hours, according to reports. I read the New York Times report. 3.5 hours, the Delaware beach house of the Bidens. And they saw some handwritten notes and other things. They have extracted them for scrutiny. 3 institutions. They are not passing the buck. Say, oh, I cannot do investigation. Even though I confirm that, yes, you have some basis on face value, but me, I'm acting tin value. Everybody playing Pontius Pilate. Is that how institutions work elsewhere? As we speak, in the United Kingdom, what was the big news a couple of weeks ago? Prime Minister Rishi Sunak did a video. He was sitting at the back of a vehicle, not wearing seatbelt. Immediately, the Lancashire police, upon seeing that video and noticing that he was driving in their territory, issued a fine. He has immediately paid and apologized. Can you imagine? The sitting prime minister. Here we are. The gentleman is being treated like a king. He is an emperor. He owns Ghana. Nobody is inviting him. Nobody is writing to him. nobody is touching him, then they rather have time to issue 5 pages, 7 pages, 3 pages, rather seeking to attack my credibility. The MP who is doing his work. How did this whole matter start? You came to Parliament, National Cathedral Secretary, and said you had paid 2.6 million to JNS, Talent Center Limited, for contractors mobilization. As a diligent MP, I know that JNS is not a contractor. It is Rebadi. So they do not deserve contractors mobilization. I begin to dig into the matter. I had some people have said, oh, maybe he has a personal. I never knew that JNS investigations will lead me to a Kwabena Edu Jemfi, who is the same as Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng, who has received this 2.6 million. I'm only doing my work. I never knew the man from anywhere. I'm only carrying out my oversight duties that the Constitution mandates me to carry out. And instead of they inviting this man and asking questions, making sure the laws work, I've rather become the object of attack.
So Honorable,
it's unbelievable.
As a wrap up,
how can we build a country like this?
Honorable, to move to Doc on this issue.
Now, a member of parliament who is trying his maximum or possible best to fight a canker in the society, he has become the target. Now, this is a clear indication that, and it's a strong consolidation coming from Okudzeto, that is actually affirming what Martin Alamisi Amidu said of the president, that in this Akufo-Addo's era, anyone that strives to fight corruption, corruption will fight that person back. Hasn't the man been vindicated? He has been overly vindicated. Just say, Onipano all boa will say, yeah, boa na corrupt practices. You see, we may see this particular thing say here because sana ye before yet we don't pay attention to details. But amania to ye dia ye pese die or attend to ye no will pay attention to details. Nemum senka will pay attention to details anka one you wouldn't in the first place involve yourself or get yourself in the situation now where you see, no system or systems are built from the top. You build system from the bottom. It's a bottom-up approach. And how do you build the bottom? You build the bottom with sophisticated brains from the top. And what do I mean by the top? The top here are the planners. The planners will sit and plan how the foundation of the building will be. It is not the building that will plan or that will consider how its foundation is going to be. You see, let's as a people begin to worry. Because there's a saying that if you worry, don't worry. But if you don't worry, be worried. What did they make an say? So how me money how because enipa e was who so how but so what serious na so si uni how e was say how. Say I didn't na mean how. You have to. If you don't worry, you have to be worried. But if you worry, don't be worried, because worrying is part of human life. Not worrying is not part of our life. We have to always worry about how things unfold, how things happen. Your boy, your bread, dear, she said, ye pay and Africa. And you know the problem of Africa? The problem actually of Africa is the West Africa, the west part of Africa. and you go west. Go to the eastern part of Africa. No? You go there, you'll be shocked how they are rapidly changing their environment. Go to here, Mosoria near Uganda for asem, ye can Somalia for asem, ye can Kenya for asem, ye can go to Congo right now. No? Have you asked yourself why is it that TP Mazembe and all those clubs are able to buy Ghanaian players from the Ghanaian, Premiership? No, almost to top players now with fat monies. We say Ghana teams do those any team Togo ekoto players free ho. That must tell you the kind of economy they are building in the central part of Africa and the eastern part of Africa. The problems of Africa are actually with the West Africa, the weak-minded people, they are there, and my country is not exempted in this case and can never be exempted. They are not exception to the claims I'm making here. At then, you want to build a beautiful system. People have offered themselves to what? To the process. They have offered themselves, use me. And people sit on the fence, they sit aloof and talk because he wants to get back to power. But the person is a politician. And what do you expect him to do? The fact is, whether he wants to get back to power or not, are the statements coming from him right or wrong? This is the critical point that we have to. The critical aspect of his own narrations should be, are the statements right or wrong? And if the statements are right, what are we doing as a country? Yeteho and yeshe nenkwasiafo edihine, and we all bunch of hypocrite cocoons and baboons. We want the system to develop. How do you develop a beautiful system without making sure that you have a strong checks and balance, so that people who want to sidestep the systems will be checked properly? And if you want to build a beautiful system and you allow people to sidestep the system, how do you then get a beautiful system? How do you then? And this sidestepping is not coming from any ordinary Joe, as Okudzeto put it. This sidestepping behavior is coming to someone who is revered in the society, who is supposed to set an example. His life should throw some kind of exemplary light, shine a light in the eyes of the people, for the people to know that yes, the so-called man of God is indeed a man of God, and a man of God who has a criminal mensria, criminal mindset of operating different names, and he has been able and successfully use these two names concurrently. He has opened businesses with these two names, and state agencies which are supposed to look into this matter, they all passed, they almost see a kind and they pass the back. I want a kind bro for no. You pass the back. You shirk your responsibilities. Like so any community that people pass the back, people shirk their responsibility, that community doesn't develop, because A will claim enyameduma, B say enyameduma, C say enyameduma dia, eni efini proye no ebegu ho ama adore moa na enokoboano asay enyoma ewo bebi efini gu no. And this is the reason the registrar general is claiming enyomeduma. They don't have the mandate, they don't have the authority. Oko NIA so they are even impugning on the work of the member of parliament. And enye we adwuma enye we adwuma enye we adwuma and ama adwuma no abochenku edigu honomo a no one wants to help solve this menace. So minianum you see ye pesi ye create beautiful system no wo a also ye NPP ni NDC ni ka wa asemo a also opese oba power won so a oye neutral ye ka asemo a also mu nyina ye pe no na obi enso a ose onye ope power aba fine oye Okudzeto ablo akwa ope power aba be manage the affairs of the state or say enipa bi bokro no moma yenkochi nipa na obokro no a asem a wo ka kire say ope power abanti no yenya ma de obokro no ne mo because ye kochi de obokro no a ebema amanfo agina so ama Okudzeto aba power enti no yes nipa na ebokro no de nanso so yempese ebeye se ne ono pe power aba no ena eme yakochi krofo no Allah wallahi oh my Ghana me tikura ye me ya me si me hu de wi a yesi agimi no a me te wa na me yimi seseme ade na nipa timi agimi sa ade ena nipa enti those of you are mo ye dede for third force no enti third force ba na se third force no so do you think the third force no so omo aba na omo na ewu Ghana won't they have opposition and so opposition e catch you say third force ni ye bibia can we also turn and look at the opposition and say to them that, hey, because you want to come back to power, whether NPP or NDC, and so we would not take our focus to the wrong things, no, more pinpointed in the governance system or the governance structure now, the so-called third force. Is that what we will behave or how we will behave? What just say sometimes me transiana me dream one. Yes, NPP needs a Ghana in develop. NDC per se Ghana ni develop. And as a Ghana develop. PPP ni neutral for so per se Ghana develop. How can Ghana develop with this mindset? It is obi a NPP ni, obi a NDC ni, nem nyome kobonia. The person has no right to say. Yemaninye din because a NPP for netia bam. And so Randy Abi ebusa se enti se saa die we pa double identity eye me nkoto amete ha eye wo tema edikoti eye wo Bridget Apia Bridget Pauline Apia wo na wo koye saa de no a anka obefa ho adi totroto eye no na adodu anka obe ebe maami akresi se ye wo a anka wo aban be jam one nam Ghana ho. So people have become untouchable. How do you build a system in a country where you treat some people that they are untouchable? My Ghana. Inya, and anytime, enche. What person of first sim number is 0240258269. Furniture warding. Because you say, asem no, we kind of short, there can be ano. Omon beti no munti, but we'll make sure say o mine no be whether you like it or yes. O mine no, we will force a Jimmy for no. And unim, we say o mine no e be ye. O mine be ye. Mini audin baby akasa free. Mini out ofre udin baby akasa free.
I'm good.
Senior.
Yeah. I mean, you know, my boy, my pastor.
Insurance so.
I know when you say you will be frustrated and frustrated and frustrated and frustrated. I know, just like some of us, but let's keep on keeping on because Korea and you say na etie. It do baby. I'm just waiting for the drastic error, and gradually that drastic error ebeba. Medical can my friend will show so that me say it too to Ghana, West Africa. Who make a statement be every day because I had my dream for a very long time. Say because me study the Eastern Africans and the Central Africans now, they look more enlightened than we the Western Africans. Is it because you're Jimmy and now we are so I don't know, we are so culturally, traditionally sentimental and because as a critical, you're sentimental and emotional people, you're Jimmy, you know, so you're getting.
Yeah.
And any party be Ghana, any party be obey back up by the Akan or the Ashanti, it becomes a problem always. And there is a problem with that thing. And the answer is to pay. And because America Barbara na a justice Barbara, judge Barbara, tetena, or Timmy a grante kusi boateng ne cronies, the permission say they can restrain a Okudzeto parliamentary oversight job.
Yeah.
Say, and say, actually, so no, we free court on our pay. Not on the home.
That's it.
You say Boko Haram. Say, saying Tina Yakuno. But I mean, a whole a Kofanochi SEU, Ejina, a sorry, they must say, Papa will. Hey,
that's it. Upon your dinner, maybe I can say free. And continue.
Forever, one of we need. Who are walking over no? One is thinking for Reverend. Yet, Kofubi Sukusibo. Na, no more yellow. Almost so many be yellow. Ghana. Now, me,
Macho, Pacho Penny, baby, Nanka, Fred, network, too bad. Mr. Penny, J, I'm not Jina baby and a Fred. Hello, didn't baby, I was free. And Timmy, that's network. Miss Samo drive on the idea. I am not Shemo network near the Amay. Open you didn't baby, I was free. Network now, okay. I used to book a cranty my submission in my
okay. Yeah, okay. A better barbecue, no, not MPP, may be enough for you. Team said, or look at the chief free for said, yeah, didn't say, no, MPP communicator. What was he communicating? What has been he been communicating all along? A better watch you, Yatabano Makufana Beshe, or Momotu say, or your Karamoji Genosono. Time Besson, obey him. And the Ghana in Ibium.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's a part. That's it. A minor. A same way about the Toho. Kwabna Sante and discuss here. No, they will never talk about that. I'm a fight back. I didn't maybe I can say senior.
Oh, you have someone new. Dennis has someone new.
Oh, Dennis, Minia Casa.
Hey, you go to it. You go to your from the pole. You go to it. Oh, my pana, you have many years. Oh, my, you Gumusaro.
You for my pa.
Tell you go to it. I don't quite a fair quiet. You want some quiet. Yes, I'm
Nadia now, Becca. What's all candy?
Go. Ye tinya bodam ye what is that? Yeah, you go gonna know ya bodam ya we I can't say ya exceeding even the word badness. O man ya bodam no na make am show. Ha o man no ekuto. Me say o man no say ekupa enso o man mu a. I say ya ku ne ku ye hu nya. I'm telling you. That is the only problem I ever know. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Me say Omano, I say ya kun. I said Omano, and yes, I forget about it. As is going deep down the train. I'm telling you, yeah, Jimmy, Oka, and a cousin, knowledgeable person like you, Oka. This is still a Jimmy for
yeah, that's a padinis. Many are didn't baby a free.
No?
Yes, we didn't baby a free. Takwa mini akasa.
Who life team is lifestyle?
Macho kasa, oh life kasa.
Pacho, it is a million cancer, yes, Ghana for a say, no papa. Now, give me for doors, one. Me and I see, yeah, also, my Ghana, you pass on one, no, be a more, and no creature, now, now, what I will be in so near from a webo. Hey, oh, we dream in the Ghana. One, my brother. No, we don't know when you cry. What can't you do? What do show? Oh, no.
That's it. No, I say, Walker will be a sem. Hello, mini akasa, we didn't baby akasa free.
Good evening. You didn't Togo, me can feel right.
So, Togo, me chow. Come on, uncle.
Me also. The sample me of me, Jericho Namikasano.
Jericho, official.
Jericho.
Okay.
Yako Vampire. And go to in somehow. In somehow, Papa, many fun why I do down from Togo and in Cassia. Well, Ghana for Nankasano. Yeah, I can with it. Well, your problem. Me hold your manka on
the
Sabasa.
Mateo, who you are moving from that. You are doing baby akasa free. Minia, we didn't baby akasa free. But all by why you prepared, and that's why you ready say over casa. Esa na nema feed wahasi. Hello. Senior, Mr. Mommy, my background didn't call for mommy. Why?
Yeah, my one call, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Casa. Baby, we didn't baby akasa free.
Unia Ketua chief in the Casa New Jersey, US.
You okay?
We see a Toby and go to Uber Live now, a shower on. It's mission with Dina. I saw one memorable. I saw it's because I granted you cram, dear Pana on your Ghana food. You are now like only BB, say, and yes, I would to only BB. Who BB now on mine who don't Ankawa, better South Korea. Kevin, I'm in the US, and Kayadianka, thank you, the Diakiada, and you couldn't anticipate. But you knew say you bushing a fool of fear. So BBC, a beckay bushing of one or more mood, never come to bush of one tea. Any Australia near the camera seeing him. Ubekai says, some mammy Wayana, some are similar registration for you buy. A more common Oslamunia case, Mamia, the boss of you. Time out, lawyer Susu, IGP mode Tata, no Copen Junction, some mammy Wayan or Koya or refuse Sign Junction. Still, I know what Tata fish, and then the Chrome 4 Nase Okudzeto in a Juma. Sa parliamentarian or sadida a board so a moshe sani manona or probi wa. Would you done a coy and a mammy who I kusi miniano. Mammy fama. Into I am not says a woman white as a woman. Just say, like, oh, what can I say? I am a MP before they say, a Ghana and a monarchy. Or maybe so sa or say. Omube na nipa foforo aba omo ndwene say oman every 4 years bi ayatu aba na omo de omo nka omo de omo nkunku omo nim sa
yo it has a mini chief mini chief it has it mini offer din baby akasa free yeah senior yes sir
yeah mini I told you that
Minia, baby, I'll send I saw voice no down power into no car. Obit me, you know, Kasama.
Yeah,
You see, yeah,
yeah, and go to
senior
South
Kasa.
Africa. Wait, what do you
Great. Aquaba Minia.
and go to it also. And go to winning say, sir, MPP full way mono. Tama 2014, 15, 16. Now more power. Now more no calipo be trip your man no calipo be. Upia calipo be. Challenge that calipo na see you. Just say. What do you know? As I'm going for MPP for we say, no man on Bibia. You ain't gonna put in your binum
yet. No, President, did you get to get here?
Yes, as a woman on Bibia, you ain't gonna put a yakano in your binum because I said, who defend ye. What I say? I said, hopper would defend ye. South of ya, Aquabrane, I said, who judge you. You know, man, if you add the power, the good for the American say, I mean, come on. Why?
That's a pa, Minia,
I mean, come on. Now, we'll cast him every day. Or man, you be
obey, and your much of time be Minia. It's your question. Minia didn't be a cassette. Minia, Mr. Volume, no, doom new year, no, about no, be friend, Akasami yeti. Na sise you know court na ankasa letter no ade bae no a kire se kwabna edugyanfi no ne Okudzeto ka no omse kwabna edugyanfi aka Victor kusi boateng hey minia odin baby akasa free odin baby akasa free minia yeti wonka na why say baby a wugina no network ni sheda anye strong
for say obetumi na mo Okudzeto ababa henka international so all Ghana no mo ka Ghana no akufo do no ya wan hweda afa konfo e diarara to dia 7 so ka say ono aban no betina forever no
oh Minia jira baby na mind to kasa ni esa na ma yenti nyansasem na opese wo ka kire no ntinka wo jira baby ma ya on sense wo drive wa just position yourself very well na fe yenti nka ye cause nsem na wo busa na eto asomo pa so emfa ofrefo bina emfa conclude Minia wo din baby akase free hello din baby akase free Abdul kasa den no girlfriend e kasa o de o pe o Miss Meda wana ase
the suni a wa for that to ho do worry ye de wana ase pa o no e Kevin Taylor wa bo ho bo ze pa nya kon ombo ho ba no show on pa ai na won wa bo wa ma yenyu egbo esisi ni kwase for do e da ase
that's pa minia be chaki kosfo nyina open you didn't baby akase free
yeah chairman Kasafi New York Patriot and what to say that was a nick my power
senior miss me super
yeah maza agbobi no mudi no Ghana no ebesisa omunye fees wa nyama besisa nti obi anka na komantu ni bon enya de on be chow forever on be fees ba all means after say kwasi atem yi fees wa and one no obi changes about fast because it's so we be for everybody's thinking something better for the country but some for we no hold country hostage into the medase pa maza
senior miss medase
no problem bye
open you didn't baby akase free
Hello.
Senior, Udin baby akase free.
Hello. Yeah, please, I'm Raymond.
Raymond, talk.
Calling from Accra.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Raymond,
Please,
could you please lower the volume on your TV set for me?
Oh, I think maybe it could be the fine.
Yeah. Hello? Okay. Yes. Okay. Talk now. I think it's better now.
I don't know. It's Akufo-Addo a human being, because I don't know why. Maybe he can choose a cathedral over hostel. We have La Hostel that he collapsed, nothing is going on, and still he said he wants to build cathedral.
He has money to build cathedral, but he has no money to rebuild the general hospital.
To build for them. And I mean, also, though I know how the people feel down there. You know, the people are angry on him. Just collapse their trade fair. You see, I don't know. So, my brother, thanks for your good work.
You're welcome, senior.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Kasa.
I think God change that. So much. You say, Mama, who can't do Karana? I bet and the car can over so much there is no truth in again. If you are fighting the truth, you are rather their enemies. In this on my bet name, the poor says is our such kindness or the Supreme Court and miss selection that will be coming, miss.
Yeah, that's it. As a still network name is stable for my cry. Yeah, ready. Hello, didn't baby I can say free. Hello. Hello.
I
think so. And yet ready. My feed was see. Okay. Intino. Maybe I am an ability do no. Or my ability do say. Oh, you say no. Say a politician be banner udin kwasi asemo. Yes, politicians all over the world. Leaders all over the world no. Ubia Krubia one specific problems. But irrespective no. Okay. Rwanda more can Rwanda sem no. Oko honso amena me Rwanda ni wa class. One time me approach no. Say the president no also want a reservation about the president no. What's the mention I say? Good. And you know, irrespective of how I could be no, you see who no. Politicians who could no be no. Omo pros and cons. But the basic fact they say untuni nkan me say politicians ye pe. Whereby say what would the aba failing no. In order to shield your government or your political party, I feel you making narrative and say politicians say pay. Me say what be kasa asem no. Na bibi wo wadwen mu. Na bibi party wadwen mu. Enipa wo wiase ye pay na wo nua odi wachi wo ne ye pay. The way wo nua ne si behave towards nkofo and also behave towards obi. So why do you want politicians who grew up from different homes, who were born by different mothers or different parents? How do you expect Sanko for the summer yepe? Obi buy see hospitals. Obi buy o see hospital no problem about aye old into bunu wesi foforo. Ubuya o kusi asori dai. How do you then tell me say politicians yepe? Obi aba eboa. Who say NPP for our opposition no omo kofa stories bi ebe katre yefa NDC for who say omo yesi ya Ghana for be katre nzenye no kre ye nyina ye support mo katre ye nse sada sika no Ghana for nyina abom mo chidom ye kohwehwe mu no sa enye no kre aban na nka so otiso kra no etimi panise ne nkofo say national identification national youth one authority say why and friends say Sergeant Crane friends say NYEP Emma ne ho nipa a founding member of the party no ekoko dem ni nyina akra anso ye ni yenim se mo ba se ono atimi ache ne nkofo atum dia mo betimi ache mo dia atum dia mai afina attorney general ejina ho ka se I opuni asem no it has lingered for so long. Hello Tema Edikone. Kasa mini aba.
Hello, it's the same. Yeah, I hope you're well. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Actually, it's just a Ghana seminar. Would you want to say it just gives you just a heartbreaks all the time? I mean, me too. Okudzeto, this morning of Randy, I just read through the comments, and if you're reading through the comments, which is to me who said Ghana Frankasa you're ready. The comments that people, intellectuals are writing there just is for power, and nobody just said they are not even condemning what this pastor has done. I mean, most of the time I read through the comments and see people's minds, what they are talking about. And you just say, Ghana for just say we are not serious, and it's very sad. We just have to wake up from our sleep and criticize this guy. It just does not hold. How do you go and get an order, a gag order on a parliamentarian that is doing his job? And the case has not even started. It's not in court yet. I could understand if it's in court and they are deliberating on it, that you can get a gag order. But they're exposing you, you get up and get a gag order, and the judge has granted it. It's so shameful, and we have to wake up, and, speak truth to power. Akufo-Addo has really disappointed us. He told us a lot of lies, and we are all very disappointed in him.
Jimmy for.
Let's like we say, let's be politically right, nice, and say he has disappointed us, because time more preaching my and Rollins time just say trust is that this guy was coming for a change. Because I really miss my father, because occasionally say my father was an NDC, I was MPP, and we always have an argument why I want MPP, and he's like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Maybe I miss him, well, and it's sad. It's sad, but I hope that along the line, they will see, because they are suffering. Everything is gone up. Electricity bill, water bill, everything is gone up, and they are not talking about it. It's so sad to say they are facing all these questions, and they are so quiet. They should be on the street every day complaining, but they're quiet and complaining in their rooms. If you talk to people back home, they said, "Oh, we are scared," but they have all these talks going around. Scared of who? Because a comedy idea of power. I'm working to an ensumo. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Okay.
Take care too.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Adia me ya me tikura na me ho kura hye me nse ena usuro wo nkwasi afo we usuro wo Ghana police ye ne dia Ghana military ye ne dia obi onu be di 4 years no course ena ye ntumi nkasa isuro wo na usuro wo na akoto abama no me dia nipa ba ko a me nsuro no wi ase ene obi a o se o friend ho politician na onye politician. I will never means omumu baako kura say ye hwan. Entiana last time we be started say me ye video be say if you like come to Ghana. Na me say na last time ye video for recruit na me catch ho no. Na nka me pe kwasia na no wote wo different aban no. Se nko me ye nke be fa ni funu o Ghana ho. Na nka obehu. Kwasia for ye we have nothing to lose. We have them nothing to lose. On my Ghana for enko da bo asesa enenam Arab nations so. Motisikaso na enso oma edi hia prapra amanfo jade amanfo toilet so wo krobi so because of some kwasiafo na yekodi a line ekoto abama wo ene wote wona etwa kese na wote wona oka na wote wona wo hwe so wagimitin concert ni be yam ahwe as a president yete omamu inipa nya adwuma nya no yesi yekofa akasefo amomo aba abesa yesi diasa na abesa na wa sheki ne to na jimi saa ne ati oman mu sa sponsorship yentimi mfa nka se obi awie tech obi awie legon na ye TV program say sa TV program no come and show us what you've got say entrepreneurial ideas bay and adiaba utimi achieve wa ye de sika say na de ma but ye the best support to Ghana most beautiful kwase asem ye ba be ye the pulpit ade ya enkora megina ho in preaching fan tre ye he Mrs. TV3 for the or Jimmy TV station dia wo wiase said the pulpit and cry megina home preaching chair na and cry elsewhere no man or more UK na Ghana for Mako UK and US no do they go to school do they have such reality shows no e wo ho yes ye nche nkra se ni si preaching was ye cry how to bring out potential talent be a one cremua say footballing skills running and athletic skills creativity no what was the puppet at there akwa we do me go to Bible verse who cares about Bible at there and marry dear you almost suntino yam for munye nya kwaje sponsorship but we cannot find sponsorship for young graduates almost project worker a bit me solve the problems of post-harvest. Kotek. I am a man for yes and yakusku organa be bleedy any a day, minia, and near man, me ankasami colleagues. I will ye school I call ye, me back SS students are almost called different universities, project work, me class, me course meet, at the nim, leave, at the year. A friend is pesticide or the neem tree no ne leaves no omo hatai no mo jam nika man no jam leaf ni mo kro yam ana ni blades no and I say ne grind a grinding parts no na ebubu because leaves na emreni no omo try ya no mo nyan in powdered form no and omo de incorporate into the soil to fight against a friend say insects and normally year almost sweet pepper near adia who say prevent an insect and what have you pest attacks near the ade. And where are they going to find money to make sure say yanko crass synthetic or inorganic adiebia and farm mao mine nanka ya bia nim no ya di nim tree no ya di bi ye nro no ya num koye mu no ne di bi enso ye pesticides. And then madam for new ye no or the nam Ghana ho and or the tra de keke sa project no mo ye ni nyina no akawrem the problem is no school na ye kono the problem is say enkwasiafo na ye ma omo eteki oman no destiny akromfo ene Josmon construction zoom lion omo no musisi he nansia ye se Josmon os wan sia wakosi dan e de akwa koma 37 for na sa nipa wo oye bone e be de na soldiers akoka na asem na ade na oman na jimisa ade wose ade taxes eye no ye ma individual to the bottom no de akwa Ghana doesn't need individuals to build the country. We have to take the taxes no omoji and omodi. Look at the monies are ye blown war. Friends, public accounts committee. Look at the monies are people are blowing cash. Yet why as a judgment, I could see with the amawi, yet why as a crime despite I could see police station the amawi and then police for IGP. A friend, someone who was rooted to be a IGP that a fan Kofi Boache sorry on it despite and I'm say East Legon executive one and kwasia for and no more no more police for near sika for na father for intim kwasia sem na ekoso o man police for any politicians na father for intim kwasia sem police for ne ahemfo afa namfo o man intim kwasia sem police for ne asofo afa intim kwasia sem saa na judges ne asofo afa namfo CEOs ni asofo afa namfo inti sofo di bone a ubehu a CEO of Komfo Anoche na ono aba defend sofo no CEO of Comfort, you know. Wo me see me call Ghana, me call ye donation demand friends say oncology department. Enkra no baby a me see me hu akra bi ayi tumor bi a won na ho me see na me re ahosa need support, just toys, common toys enkra ni be di agro just to bring back their souls. Nanka owo ha onya ayaresabia ohu toy bi a person bi ewo polyclinic wo konfa no cho ene ya creating the oncology department ye de hwe enkra omonya cancer, omonya tumor and other complicated issues no ba biketuwa bi ene de oba akose wo ho. Doctors need necessary no, they don't even have enough space to operate, and so CEO no ejina asori them. Ono na also making sure except politician say, hey, Nana Akufo-Addo, the problem at hand they all confront no. Enye child's play, enye ade amofra di agro. Let's try to expand and the retrofitting. Ye ka say retrofitting is hard na ye di enyoma foforo bi ba ho na ye change old structures na e wo ho no. There be akogina Victor Kusi Boateng kromfo akogina na asori dem. E defend say our father, oh papa penny we free will be on over 50 years. When you say our father because we're GB. Because esikafo any politicians and any him for a team up and no here for con and then here for so a Jimmy without limiting tino. They don't understand and somewhere you better allow silence media and so and someone go to back on the platforms where YouTube no so Facebook no they damn not care. Are they? Oh, kasa na NPP ni be free to the defense of Akufo-Addo. Meanwhile, sika omuwian, unya one city cry. Ono no beka che se Mahama ye kronfo so Mahama ne nam Ghana ho. So up to now, Mahama ne nam Ghana ho no Mahama is not a thief. And this ni be anya kronfo because on aso me ye kronfo. Into ontese obechi wo mo no. We don't consider them as thieves. That's why I say just when I could see that I see a friend say 37. It will see some say 8. Oh, that's why I say despite I could see police station they see her. Me see 8. In the abandoned taxes no original the other day. Why won't me nika kwai? Why won't me see that farm Ghana form pomon? Ghana for see woman die crown light crampo no. Untimi supply farmer wom untimi supply nso farmer enti aban no pade no woye. What is the duty ne fancy pa aban no eye ene say untimi nyi kwan untimi nsi school dan papa hwe edutum ne kwase animu oti America say o running school e America o koye media house twa say Ghana for school 40 a boss form year. Also, why do we always bring negative news about Ghana? We bring in the news, negative stuff about Ghana. Nabusa say, nipa ne ko na negative ni ho no man ko de beba. O si me sorry ana me ton me si Ghana entomago. Entoma fin e wa abonten. Me bae na entoma fin bi ani wanka menya ba besi no abonten. Me bae na entoma no wasi no wahye na se wardrobe ni mu na wodi fragrance egum na emu tuhia anka meba besesa dia begu abonten asi. Me bae no enyoma fin no enye se wo ho na abuso. Inti me ho tete me enti na me twa ba abonten abesi e wa abonten ma obi ahu ohun fin ene potoya wodi timu ho dem ho no. Why can't we reason as human beings? Help me say Ghana no. Ghana is too tiny a country to be turned around to waste 10 years across all the Bay Ghana. No? If we have people who exhibit high levels of consciousness, high levels of consciousness, high levels of conscience, who exhibit high levels of intelligence, and wisdom and knowledge and what have you, no. Say the mindset nipanensa within 4 years, no. Ubon se nyoma headache, 10. I don't mind question kwasiafo nsa diasafo na bekwa akotena ona omu diasa na ye wo so to che no na president na ni ade ni yemu ahye no wa huto abushik wa hu technology amoshiku but president ehuto abushik wa gyeto di kodito asiafo ye ka mo ma ye nka na yete wo kwasiade sa na yasoso so aba besinne eni eguso ni yesoso so. What sort of people are we? Dear Yeshushe. Near also ope benku, near wakotrin benkuta, wakofa da seng, wakoto mori, bantim mori, any a brodier ediaba. Now was sujano. So was sujano, or so okosensu aban, who see wunni or nunni. Name the on fabi dia mayan, or no mum na o say o kojinedi. Inim ye yepe. Nipa ni kura dasen, o kura more, o kureja, wo ye bibia aka nsuo a wo de be ho no ade no, o kofa nsuo naba, wo sesa nipa no, o ye bronsam. Na imom no, de o gina honom no a, ne nan ka ne nsanka no, ono na no fafa na o de kasa no, ono de wagye adi. De be ne haye. De ne haye. Also wo pese wo fight corruption. Dom lovo by so no be fight corruption the amount also there be. Also be fight corruption. Martinami Dubai so be fight corruption the amount also there be. Also person fight corruption. Okudzeto boa say yem fight wrong people way also there be at the ya baby a yeko fight afa no. Eye ABA eje ne se ho eye nipa. Baby a yeko fight corruption esi no eye crew and associate eye na de ba ye. Osafumafo na de bae nti oye binipa ntimi ma ho mfa ho yesi ye fight kusi boate wo so wo ye me sofo na ebo mpa ma me be di president no me ma. So how do you then build a system? You better build the system, they say. If we don't start today, how do we complete tomorrow? The answer say na be de na ewie na enti nyan to ho NDC ba na asase abomochi because the problems of Ghana did not start today. The problem did not start today, so we should leave today's issues and postpone everything to tomorrow. Where political party be free, so be political party be banned there. You will now see said your mabone koso mine. We live to see. You don't be see her say. You don't be see her now because omane there. Inipe Jimmy is be Jimmy no beyond limit. Jimmy no, ye Jimmy beyond limit. Ye Jimmy beyond recognition. What do I say? Ye Jimmy beyond recognition. Ade, ene ye ho bone sa. Ade ne ye ho bone sa. O person fight cron for, obi bo am fight cron na, o so wonti ase. Ye judge say oh na judge ultimate na ho na obi aba ye budan ye gudi si asori dan. Na watimia I really in favor of the we budan na gu no. Uwia ne yesa de wo taxes a bo so me yetew no yesa de akwa rent dan a yetua thousands of dollars a month at the amount. Hey, the judges know hey o ma Jimmy si mo bia o man mo me nya atwe nyi adoa nipa ba ko ne kodi mfa wo ene e from fantefo pawo pa ni ba ko pe na motu mu bon enso se pawo pa fo nyina motu mo mate ni ba ko bi ne wanware ene obetena ka mu ena wo se mate for de omo ho bon o tani ba ko pe na ko hia no ka mu ena ne ho tu fa so afi de o se nta for de omo ho bon enti said judge ba ko ekodi nkwasiasem a wo so ye papa na to na wo mi wa no kasa ye de obeka ho so wagimi na yakaza mekaze Ghana fo agimi aya vi se mi yimi ma me ne me papa ne mebusu afo film omo kwa ye number 1 omo krampo ni ye number 1 mini ya do besi ya kasi ampanyi mi se Kennedy Japan what Jimmy for no ebi no Yesterday he was supporting Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo ejimi still ano unsue nyansa or te was Kennedy Japan ebe change Ghana. Mo ejimi fo we mu niema ye bre no. Say ejimi fo we mu no no ma ye bre because they know and they behave say omo nim nyansa but omo ejimi si obia. Yesterday you were supporting Akufo-Addo. Ye ba na betra the same individual na no betra say what alternative is Mahama going to offer? Afi who say day in day out Akufo-Addo jimi no na ekoso no afi de o se o ko Kennedy Japan kam na ibeduru ho jimi fo ni bia omo ma ye Ghana for ye bre no kwasi ampanyi wi eka ho. I will not dignify him by mentioning his name on this beautiful platform. Omo jimi dodo nipa jimi sa nipa bodam no satade indi yehu nipa bodam se coat e no ne nam Ghana ho yehu ye bu hospital e gu from over 2 years 3 years ni you see a sorry dan you have no problem with it no abegina ho na kwase bia sorry ya e na politicians ye pe yate na car bowa e wa sankregu a ye do beto ambulance mu free asankregu asa de wa beto National Cathedral ho na ye de asofo akukuda ensa egu so ni abompaye oba whole in heart eba oba ho akoma ho a ne ya betena soro dem ne ya bompaye samosim ye agimifo asiafo nkwasiafo amu nitri enne busua man kontunchi amo agimi enne busua man kontunchi a mo agimi watimi akamutira bom youth and them ranting maba when opportunity mutu kwan na for Ethiopia Airways and Ethiopia Airlines udu Ethiopia no wagina ho no ahwe se wo udu Ethiopia na wo hwe omo airport no kra na ho na obe challenge Mahama say masa sa kutukwa ne kra na wo ye terminal no wa anye hwe yes why you but me ko hu Ethiopia no Ethiopia so Africa hot to say wow ade then you challenge the leadership no what me ade ama more what you say no ama more you challenge the leadership no what me ama more here esi koma esi mechia me nia ba esi koma mechia pa Idris Kaniba mechia pa ena P Safari Minia mama hamo hon responding to Jimmy for no or no start Jimmy or platform we sunye ne unimyansa si obi our platform ne so but on timi ntnase articulating the point Jimmy for ono nipa no odi na chi Kennedy Japan no ono no Ghana ho nyina no Jimmy for hene oye interview bi gina nchen ka say thank you ni ade no attend onye focus he's always distracted by useless and frivolous things we be president Jimmy ni on timi focus mo koto abama mo nkwe Monkona mkotu abama no. Obetu abama na mano. Oba beye NPP flag bearer but me say 2024 hey me say se Ghana for ansori anto abantia Akufo-Addo ene ni NPP aban ene ni NPP ni bi obe take mandate na emo aposi e wo Ghana ebe sori de ato abetia wo I say so market anywhere and everywhere me na me count on this beautiful platform NPP be lusu abano they will employ all the rigging techniques and tactics they will lose the elections and then after they will panic ever before me na me catch all me say Ghana for someone to abenti Akufo-Addo ene the best succeed NPP we be ano I am telling you abosia emosia wo Ghana ebe sori akoto abade etia wo sabosu me Jimmy for they say we will cause the drastic change whatever drastic change they perceive cause we will cause it what dey tena ho hwe yɛde bi si yɛ da foforɔ bɛsa frɛ ne nɛ no yɛbɛba ne asan ba bɛhyia ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ kama nti no yɛde yɛbɛtumi biara no yɛmmerɛ so a ne yɛkɔ nti sɛ moahu yi a mmerɛ sɛ mu no sɛ yɛnya berɛ a yɛbɛba ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ mekyerɛkyerɛ obi biara wotumi baeɛ a wobɛhwɛ ɛyɛ na metaa yɛ YouTube foɔ no bɔne timi nuanom YouTube foɔ no ma mehwɛ na menhwɛ mo comment no baako ne mmienu bi na mehwɛ adeɛ YouTube foɔ no comment no bi wɔ hefa comment no hyɛ hefa kora sorry me nuanom a mohwɛ me YouTube no ayɛ a medi mo aborɔ YouTube no jokes or say it's reality real yes no jokes mekyia wo paa I think say no jokes there na betimi fire and a hwan bio YouTube for the comment no I think say and one no you dey see her say that for you be saying she akro bibia bye bye. Okay, Margaret Asula Margaret say and a Rose Nyako say bless you sweetheart bless you Rose and Margaret and say God bless you too Margaret nti edo bi ase enya obi din abodi a yempon ne yenkɔ ne yenkɔpɛ baabi na edase